what two teams going to the Chevy Cup sound like. The Express of Suroit last place in the regular season, off to the finals of two different leagues, taking on the EHL North Stars for this Lac St. Louis Regional Championship. And away come the Express. Malen, Sullivan, and Thibodeau, Hila Thibodeau, 61 up the ice. Jose Brunet, Hunter Jacobs on the back end. Here's a wrist shot. Glove save by Zillano. He'll hang on. Well, Coach Sullivan, as well as the parents of the team have mentioned, this is the best that the team has played all year. They've really been on a hot streak towards the end of the season. Well, last week they dropped a decision to Montreal East, but other than that, I mean, they have been on fire. There's Tristan Jackson Campbell, who was the MVP of the game, at least in my books, on Tuesday night in that 6-2 win in the semifinals. Played across. Beltaver shoots it, lands in on goal, and Scheffler then makes the save and will hang on. The starter for the AHL squad tonight. The EHL, the visitors, they're wearing white. The Express are all wearing black. So I know the color schemes are the same, but the Express are in black. There's a wrist shot. Carol's off the body. Deflects back over the top of the net. And it comes to the near side. Rowan Divo after it. Susi. Rowan. And Rahul Alex Albany takes by, and Moore picks it up, and he'll bank it off the boards back out. Express changing. Suroit doesn't touch the puck. 13-15 left to go, period one. Comes back around the horn. Goyette, he steal, and he threw it out in front. That hits the body and goes to the far boards. Belen, Susi, and he'll elevate this one out. This is for the Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. Icing is called against the Express. Chevy Cup will be taking place in DDO in 2 weeks' time, April 16th. The winner of this game plays at night. The loser of this game plays at 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's a big difference. 16 teams will enter. One team will come out as a champion. Think of March Madness, but April, I don't know, Adness. Hunter Jacobs back behind his own net. Michelin applying some pressure, kept him at the point of the shot. Oh, he scores! And the North Stars strike first here in this regional championship game. Yeah, a little miscommunication. Hunter Jacobson, his winger. The puck ends up going to the boards. Beckler with a harmless looking shot, and Carol's on the body, goes in. And the North Stars are the first team to score. And back on the Express is Kieran Sullivan. Sullivan walks in, backhanded. And that's turned aside by Perron. Maggie Perron, she's in goal right now, and yes, this AA team, EHL, starting a young girl in nets, and she is passing the test so far. Thibodeau back up the board. Silver, the steal. Jackson Campbell ran away from contact, and that'll be elevated back into the Express zone. Back up the board, stolen puck. Bellchamber collides with Silver on the back end. Ahead to Martin. Gallivanting over center. Drops it back. There's a wrister not on. Susie. Picked up. And stolen away to Rodriguez. Tristan Jackson Campbell. Tried to feed it. And that got taken away. And it comes back up. And Susie gets it over to Moore. Jared Moore. And that's stolen. Rebound ricochets and forces the EHL to have to tag up. Susie. Jackson Campbell. On the near side. Kleinerman. Deep, dips it deep. EHL tries to play one up. And that's stolen by Rahun Zawaks Albany. Comes back in front, and that's poked back up. And away from the North Stars. Michelin in front, score! Comes back, and his shot blocked by Jacobs. Michelin out in front, a backhander sent wide. North Stars looking for the kill in the early going. Back to the blue line, a shot blocked. Cote Brunet, Albany, Michelin. Albany muscles him off the puck, and back comes Rahun Zawaks Albany. Swings it out, low and Dibo and Karam's back in. Cote Brunet up to Albany. Rahun Zawaks turns the corner, had it stripped, picked it back up, and he'll get this one up to Rowan Dibo. Dibo, by his lonesome. Jacob Paul now backs up, and that's stolen. Paul back on it. Paul dodged one, and that'll get back in. Hops over the stick of Jacob, so icing is the call. EHL saying that it hit the stick, but no, it actually hopped over. Believe me, Jacobs was trying to knock it down, but it hopped over the top of his stick. Icing called, 9:25 on the first. It's the good news for the Express right now. You still have 39 minutes, 35 seconds. Take your time. You still got nearly 40 minutes of hockey to play, and you can only score one at a time. This is not the NBA. You're not scoring 3 points at a time. Still very early. Even though this is a dream start for the EHL. And there's a steal. Goyette in, and it rolls off his stick. And conversely, if you're the EHL, you're saying there's still a lot of time left. Let's make the score as big as possible. Kieran Sullivan. Away by the EHL. I said if you're the team that's favored, you always want to be up by a minimum 2 goals after the first. As the EHL comes back. If you're the Express, you want to be at tied or down by 1. If you're down by 1 goal after 1 period of play, you start believing. Got in. Susie. Thibodeau. After the puck. Alden. Susie. Back they come across. That'll be broken up by the North Stars. And back they come to work. Going into Suroit territory, and that will hop over the top of Gillo's net. Jackson Campbell pokes it up. Boyette slaps this one off the board. And I hate someone on the North Stars bench. .23 to go in the first. North Stars by 2. Shot in by Cote Brunet. Express with a 6-2 semifinal win over the Shekel the other night. That was Wednesday night at Dollard Civic Center. Poked up. Brister. Glove side on Perron. It's now 2-1. Back come the Express. Jackson Campbell back again. Hunter Jacobs. Up. That pass will be picked up. Here's Kleinerman with the shot. Perron freezes it. Oh, and he took a little chop after the whistle. Did Kleinerman, who was digging for that puck, and the EHL defender, Zachary Zakor, did not appreciate his goaltender being eavesdropped upon. 2-1, 6:40 to go. We got a whistle and a full start called on the Express. Albany waved. Swept back out to the point where Belfaver held it in. Scaniago of East Sigella run up the boards. Rowan Daibo picked up off the stick of Rahuzel and Belmany, who does a good job on the backside. Offside called on the North Stars with 6:22 to go. Hunter Jacobs, Alexi Martin, the assist on the goal by Jackson Campbell. Make it 2-1. Banged up the boards. Albany tripped over the puck. Jacob Paul jars it free. Rowan Diver went for shoot. Held in by Paul. And this will come back up. Oh, that hit the post. Boy, Goyette with a seeing eye shot that hits the iron. Back on the North Stars. Here's the steal. Lalande moves in. Lalande shoots, not on. A rebound. Daibo digging for the puck. Can't get there. Susi. Tried to clear it. Rowan Daibo knocked off the puck. Michelin back out into Express territory. Michelin fires. Villanova saving going on. Faceoff will be inside Express territory to the right of the goaltender. Won by the North Stars. Arister skips off of a skate, goes on a play. They'll line it up again. Face off to the right of the Suroit goal. Back to the blue line. Arister sees Illinois rebound. And that's blocked. Sullivan got a stick in the way, never got through the net. Moore wrestling his body. Taken away by the North Stars. Sullivan lost the net, just went off the outside of the net. There's a good bounce back shift here by the North Stars. Moore back up. Lalande up to Thibodeau. Hugo Thibodeau tries to get it through, and it ricochets back out. And it comes back to the blue line. Held in. Jacob shoots, tip wide. That was Cote Brunet, sorry, 18-88. Hunter Jacobs now out on the ice. Lalande going for the puck. It's stuck at the blue line, stopped up, and back they come. And it played back up. Thibodeau in pursuit. And we got a tripping call coming up on the North Stars. Howard Play Express. Will go to work on the man advantage. Face off, won by the Express. Sent back out to the opposite corner. Jacobs trying to use his reach. Cote Brunet stopped it. Thibodeau is on the point. Jacobs is on in front of the net. Rister, and that hit a man in front. Interference call coming up. 5-on-3. And this is head contact. 4-minute double liner. 5-on-3. 4 minutes on the board. Big man, you gotta really be aiming high to hit him in the head. Wow. Massive opportunity Express here in this 5-on-3. Minute 35 left in the 5-on-3. Cote Brunet swings it over. Express survey the scene. Sullivan. Thibodeau at the blue line. He fires, that's blocked. Scooped up by Lalande. He got it back over. Sullivan, Thibodeau sends it across. Cote Brunet out in front. Here's a look, and they can't get the shot. He's in too deep. 1 minute left to go in the 5-on-3. Thibodeau shoots at the block. Picked up by Sullivan. Sent across. Cote Brunet fires. That ricochets off the body, back behind the net. Out to get it. Thibodeau does not get the pass. It's Sullivan instead. Sullivan, Thibodeau tees it up. Now he gets it back out. Sullivan fires. Perron the save, a rebound, swept away by Maggie Perron. That'll get out. North Star staying, keeping their guys on the ice. Marquet's on. One of the North Stars lost their stick, goes to the bench, and EHL shoots it out. 15 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. And then 2:22 of 5-on-4 power play time. Jackson Campbell moves in. Jackson Campbell across. Arister. Perron sees it. Now a 5-on-4. 2:20 left in the double minor. Cote Brunet fires, and that rises over the top. Comes out in front. Express are aiming high, though. They believe with a shorter goalie and nets, they might be able to take advantage of that. Hunter Jacobs now on the point. Cote Brunet. And that pass is not on. Hunter Jacobs held it in. Jacobs takes his time. Fires! No! There are all sorts of traffic in front. Jackson Campbell providing the screen. Cote Brunet. Jacobs sends it down. Back across. Way back to Jacobs. He gets it all down low. Backdoor play was there, but the pass was broken up. Now they reset. Cote Brunet through a screen. That deflection hit the outside of the net. 70 seconds to go in the period. Rister, Perron punched it aside. Express back on it. Final minute of play. And now we got a penalty. Down to the final minute. Rahul Zawaks, Albany with Jacob Paul. Jackson Campbell's got a 4-minute double minor for head contact. Albany gets set to take the draw. Back out in front, and that will be covered up by the Express to Suroit keeper. Lead for the EHL North Stars. Stolen. There's a wrister. That's not the side. Rebound comes to the near side. Susie. Hey! There goes the referee on the 7-10 spear. Around the horn. Susie digging for it. Albany there as well. And Rahul Zawaks is on it. Michelin forechecking him. Swept away. And then Susie collides with Albany. Down to 5 seconds left, and a penalty coming up to the Express. With 4 seconds left in the first period. Michelin will take the draw against Kieran Sullivan. And now, another penalty was just called. Moore just went to the box. That rides a stick and goes out of play with 0.6 to go. So it went from the EHL North Stars facing a ton of penalty trouble to the Express Suroit now facing a ton of trouble. Nothing's going to happen, at least I don't think, in the last 0.6. That's it. 2-1 North Stars lead after 1. Here we are, this 2026 Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game of U15-AA. Express to Suroit trailing 2-1 against the EHL North Stars. Looking for a penalty summary. We don't got it. I was trying to figure out why. There's another man sent to the box. Kieran Sullivan back. 5-on-3 EHL. A minute 10 left to go in the 5-on-3. One-timer. Oh, What a clutch stop by Dylan O'Brien. If that goal goes in, that is a goal charge to the double minor, and it stays 5-on-3. So Dylan over that really big stop there. Right across. Knocked down in front, picked back up by the North Stars. Michelin fires, and that's punched aside. 43 left to go on the 5-on-3. Wrist there, no. Back out, and that's kept out. Right across. That stays out. 27 left to go on the 5-on-3. Wrister off the outside of the net. Express can't get it. Now it comes back. They try to sneak it in. And it takes a favorable North Stars bounce. Shot. And that is turned away and out of play. Seconds to go in the 5-on-3, slowed up and a shot, and that is gobbled up by the netminder. Jackson Campbell out of the box. Oh, 5-on-4. Shot, save made. Sullivan trying to drive it out. Picked up by the Express. Sullivan trying to break it up. It comes free. Gillino found it, but it got knocked away. 27 to go in 5-on-4. Played out, and that's tipped wide. Back out the other side. Comes back to the near side of the goal. In the corner. Susie's on it. And the Express get rid of it. Boy, what a huge penalty kill that one was. Both teams with a big chance on an extended power play, and neither could convert. There's a wrister. Ooh, that's rifled wide. Express on a change. This is the period with the long change. Comes out in front, poked away. Jacob Paul. Through the ice to center. Poke just out of reach, intended for Rowan Dibo. Scaniato to DC Delarone, up the boards. Susie. That hits a North Stars defender. No icing, icing wave. All-time ball trying to play one up. Michelin. Big hit along the near wall. As Longerath was run into by Rowan Dibo. Dibo tips it in. And he will give chase. Held in by Paul. He flips it. Michelin back in his defenseman. Oh! Penalty coming up. Rowan Dibo went for a hit. Penalty call coming. Charging. And it's charging on Dibo. jumped. I didn't see any excessive stride. I saw more like a maybe excessive violence, but I'm not doubting the whole call though. It's definitely a penalty. Both Stars on the PP. Out in front, shot. Big saves, Illinois. Thibodeau. And down the North Stars settle. Back to the blue line. Chip. Oh, Gilino makes the save. A rebound swept to the blue line, not out. Save made. And the Express clear it out of the zone. Lalane gives chase to the puck in the throat here. And that was knocked down by a high stick. Face off coming up. Inside. North Stars territory. At least I think. It was a high stick. The puck was hit by a high stick. So yeah, face off coming up inside. EHL territory. A minute and 4 left to go on the penalty. Sullivan muscled down the face-off line, swept away from Moore, scooped up by Jackson Campbell, and he will play this one up to Kieran Sullivan. Sullivan sidesteps the hit. Jackson Campbell bumps. Corner. That game is starting to get a little more physical out there, that's for sure. Dave. Back out in front, set wide. Corner on the left of the net is where the puck is. It's elevated back to the point. And a face-off coming up to the left. Slashing the call on the EHL. Jacobs gets it deep. Shot back, and the Express are now on a power play. Rowan Daibo onto the box. Express 0 for 2 with the power, including a 4-minute double minor. Both teams have wasted away a 4-minute double minor. Sullivan skips it over. Thibodeau. Jacobs back out. Now he'll go back to the top. Jacobs, a shot! Hits two bodies. Sorry, that was Cote Brunet, not Jacobs. Jacobs station in front. Thibodeau has moved back to the point. So what the Express do is they flip-flop a winger and a defenseman. Jacobs, a defenseman, goes to the front. Thibodeau, a winger, goes to the blue line. Molan. Back to the point. Cote Brunet fires off the body. 57 left to go. Thibodeau, one-timer block. And it's picked up by EHL. That is broken up. And knocked back out. 40 seconds to go in the power. 7:25 to go, period 2. Here in this Lac St. Louis Regional Championship game of U15-AA. Sullivan had it stolen by Rodriguez, and then Sullivan bumped off the puck, and Laurent shoots this one off of road here and out with 21 to go in the power play for the Express. the draw. Bellerone back to the opposite side. Bellchambers shoots, blocker, save Perron. Jackson Campbell. Bellerone. Jackson Campbell. Bellerone. Back to the shot. No. Swept back to Jackson Campbell. Penalty's over. We're back to full strength. Marte. Weinerman. Jackson Campbell. And that pass is picked, or nearly picked. Kirk coming onto the ice. Express officially over 3 on the man advantage. Jackson Campbell anticipating contact from Papadopoulos. Tipped back out. And one of the Express players blew a tire. Bellerone. Knocked down. And that will get by the EHL defender. So the North Stars are forced to tag up. 5:55 remaining, period 2. Flip off of Marquet. Comes back to the blue line, a wrist shot, knocked down. Blue line, one-timer, no. Stolen by the North Stars, 5:20 to go. Behind the net. Back out in front, knocked down by a high stick, but the Express picked it back up. Campbell. Express need to change more. Montana going to the bench as the Express really badly needed that, and Sullivan anticipated the hit. And Reuter absorbed the worst of that collision. There's a shot, shoulder to the side, out of play, 4:40 remaining, period 2. For the EHL North Stars. Rahul Zawak's Albany, I believe, picked up a 10-minute misconduct. Maybe more, though. Unless it was a 2 and a 10, so therefore 12. So if that's what he picked up, then he's got about a minute to serve, but still he's allowed out. It might have been a 10. He's been in the box for a while, though. Owen Divo lost his edge. And now, Buche back in. Jacob Paul introducing himself. Sullivan picks it up. Kieran Sullivan shot. Shoulder or patted aside. Maggie Perron next for the North Stars. Both of the 2 EHL regulars not in the lineup for the North Stars tonight. But Maggie Perron has been up to the task. Only 1 goal surrendered thus far. Moore behind his own net. And that'll be sent out. Sullivan. Backward. That skips out. Rides an EHL stick and comes back in behind the North Stars goal. Up the ice, nobody home. Susi after it, icing wave. Jaden Susi back for the Express. Elevates this one. Rowan Divo. One hands it to Jacob Paul. Jacobs shoots it back in, offside. If that went in, it would not have counted. I only know that because Dominic Hasek did that one time when he was in Ottawa. Yes, Dominic Hasek was in Ottawa, for those of you that forget, as the Express forced the steal. Lalend. And a rising shot misses. Put the puck in the air on the provider. It seems to be the motto for the Express. Unfortunately, even when they've done that, Toronto's been solid. Comes back out in front. With a drive, it's fanned upon by Thibodeau. That'll be shot in off of the linesman, all the way down icing. 2:25 remaining in the second. Join us tomorrow for some more EHL playoff hockey. It's the semifinals. U15-AA Dundalk, the last remaining team. The Mohawks will take on the LaSalle Lions. The winner of that game not only moves on to the EHL final, but moves on to the 2026 Lac St. Louis Regional. So a lot up for grabs tomorrow in that game. That'll be tomorrow night, 8 o'clock in Lachine. Back to the action here. Hunter Jacobs. Behind the net, and that pass is intercepted. And the Express have to retreat. Sullivan circles back. Sullivan. Nice move. Sullivan. Sullivan backhander save. Carroll got a piece of it. Behind the net it goes, elevated. Across. Jacobs. He shoots. This all starts because Kieran Sullivan makes the play happen, breaking down the print. Maggie Perron gets a great piece of it with her blocker, and then the Express get the puck back. They win the battle. They play around. Cote Brune with a great pass. Hunter Jacobs lets the shot go, and it hits Cater. And the Express have tied this baby up with 90 seconds to go here in period 2. Big goal, Hunter Jacobs to equalize for the Express, and there's a steal. There's a breakup, Jackson Campbell played it up. Weinerman has the puck. Weinerman lets it go, tipped wide. That's a near friendly fire there for the North Stars. Final minute of play in the second. Here comes EHL. Belleron. Played up. Got a penalty call coming up. Call it on Marquet for a hook. There were 33.6 to go in the second. That pass hit a body. Or collides with one of the North Stars. 14 seconds left to go. Here's a wrist there. Tip. Oh, and Gillino got a piece of it as that one changed directions. Great save by the Express keeper. Moore knocked it down, and that'll be knocked out. And we are headed to the third, all tied 2-2 after 2. And away we go with the third period of play. Hunter Jacobs tries the 180-footer Hail Mary. Time to go back to work. come the North Stars. Michelin, back across, and that's fanned on as Hilf, who's got one of the goals, had the opportunity. And that one centered through the blue paint, no one home. Near side point, Rozier held it, got it back, it hits off his stick and goes out. An offside at the blue line. 40 seconds to go, and the penalty to the Express. Hunter Jacobs has equalized this game up. Don't forget, join us tonight for the Ganawagi Lacrosse 3-on-3 bronze and gold medal games. 6 and 7 o'clock. Famous numbers to say nowadays, 6 and 7. As the North Stars bring it back. This is Hill. Blue line. Rozier. Back down low. There's a look and a shoulder save made by Gillino. That goes out of play. 18 seconds left to go in this power play for the North Stars. It's won by the North Stars. Puck's on edge. Slowed up at the point. Played back up at the half circle, and now they turn back. Sullivan intercepted it. It was onside, and Hunter Jacobs tried to kick it out as the pass is behind him. Score. Challenges and such here, but even if that was out, there's no way that puck cannot get out in that situation. Jake DePaul. Now the Express trailing by a goal. There's a turnaround shot block. I still don't know where Rahul Albany is. He's been exiled from the game. Okay, I thought he got a 10. He was kicked out of the game. These $2 on circles. And that pass is behind Paul. The ball from Demon. That is going to be chipped back in. Bellerin up the wall, and that'll get out of the zone. North Star is supposed to tag up. Oh, the Express down one of their centermen. Oh, yeah. Hooking call coming. North Stars send it back. Silver walks in, and he elevates this one pass a little too high. Picked up by the North Stars. Delayed call on the Express. Extra attacker on. Bellerin slows up. And we've got a hooking penalty against the Express here. 11:55 to go in the third. Is it birthday? Is it t-shirt? Back in, Belchamber lets it roll. Rodriguez out in front. There's a look, and that is blocked. Good stick by Kleinerman. Backhander stuff. Rebound swept up the wall. Rodier held it in, and Kleinerman got the second effort past Cutler and back out to center. Michelin. Driving in. This one trying to split the defense. Got it back to the blue line. One-timer. Still on the stage. 11:04 to go. Boyette to the blue line. Papadopoulos, and it gets by him and out of the zone. Malin. Sullivan out there on this PK. Sullivan in pursuit. Got blocked. And that is sent out of the zone. Cote Brunet. And Perra forced to cover it up. Good hustle by Sullivan. And let's see here if something develops. You like, anytime you're killing a penalty, you get an offensive zone face-off. That is like the absolute pinnacle of success. Well, maybe a short-handed goal, but I mean, it's pretty close. Off the draw, Perra goes save. Okay, but you see that took 2 seconds off the clock. That's how much time's left in this game, folks. 10:22 left, and the Express are down 3-2. It's only a one-goal game. Hunter Jacobs, he's not shy to shoot, and that one missed. Both goals that the Express have scored have gone in glove side. High glove side. Michelin fires, blocked. Penalty's over. Rowan dive along the box. He poked it up to Sullivan. Penalty coming. Divo is broken up. And the Express will go to work on a power play. All right, so here's your finish. You just killed a penalty if you're the Express. Now you're on the power play. You would love to see your special teams come up with a big play here to equalize this baby with 9:41 left. Thibodeau. Shot blocked, and that hit down the body. Whoa. Shot. No. Rebound back behind the net. Jacobs! He rode his stick and went out. Or outside the scoring area anyway. Now back behind the net. Hunter Jacobs sent it. Picked up. Cote Brunet shot. Save Perra. Rebound! And Jacobs knocked it back, and that'll get out. Cote Brunet. And he has it poked away. And knocked out of the zone. 8:35 to go in the third. Sullivan over center. Is the championship of the 2026 Lac St. Louis AA region. Both these two teams in the Chevy Cup. Shot tip. That'll get out of the zone. Brunet took a chance. Oh, wow, he's stick handling his way through a phone booth, but he couldn't stick handle his way through two. Michelin in. And stopped by Villeneuve. 18 seconds to go, 16 seconds to go on the fly line. 4 power play with the Express to the wall. 7:58 left to go, period 3. North Stars win their draw. Rodriguez chips it back, and that goes into the crowd with 3 seconds to go. Or where the crowd would be. They're not there now. Not over here. But they will be on both sides of these bleachers. Bleachers will be on both sides in 2 weeks' time when the Chevy Cup gets going at Dollar Civic Center, April 16th. Penalty's over. Linerman. Jackson Campbell shot no. Susie held it in. Susie anticipated the pass, or that's right, that was Martin that anticipated the pass, and now it's elevated into fresh territory. James Susie back. Moore. Susie. Martin. And then shot back in.
Come on, boys, about to tie it up.
Susie skates up. Moving on in. And that's knocked away and sent the length of the ice. Icing wave, so Jared Moore has to hustle a little. Man on. Moore behind his own net. Jackson Campbell. It's going. Jared Moore across center ice. Moore, slap shot, and that slows up. 6:15 remaining. Period 3. Twisted in. Carroll wants to hold the puck, so an offensive zone face-off with 6:07 to go. 6:07. Around the horn. As Bellerone. Sullivan. Kieran Sullivan gets over center. Sullivan going wide. Sullivan behind the net. Paul trying to sweep it. Jacob Paul. Centered it there. Sullivan couldn't find it. Paul. And the North Stars lock it back up. Bellerone. Jacob Paul. That will get out. Bell Chamber back here on the near side. Owen Dibo can't clear it. Paul backs it up. Owen Dibo. Shoots one wide of the net. Bellerone. Sullivan. First pass was blocked. The second try, Divo trying to get it deep. Got tied up along the wall. And was Rush changing it up. Sullivan avoids contact from Rodriguez. Rowan Divo. Lalenne. Cote Brune up the ice, pass a little too far for Daibo. Hunter Jacobs. Michelin with the steal. And the Express are fortunate that didn't turn into something. Now Lalenne skates back in. 4 minutes to go. Period 3. Shot. Perron makes the save. Face off inside EHL territory. This is the championship game of Lac St. Louis Regional U15-AA. Lalenne knocked off a stick. Jacobs. Lalenne. Jacobs. Knocked down. Oh, that was a very promising looking chance for the Express. Michelin. Jacobs broke it up. Lalenne turns back. Here goes Lalenne. Over the center with Thibodeau. And Sullivan. Drop back, and that goes between the two Express players, and that'll be banked off the boards and back into Express territory. 2:54 to go. Cote Brune charges up through center ice. Have tied the game. 2:40 to go. Susi. Moore. And that hops over the stick of Jackson Campbell. And Jackson Campbell's away. Mr. Jackson Campbell. A wrist there. Perron got a goal on that. (3-3), 2:15 to go in the championship of the 2026 Lac St. Louis Regions in U15-AA. Incidental contact. Martin. Kleinerman.
Come on, boys!
Jackson Campbell. Kleinerman. That pass fails to connect with Martin. 100 seconds left in regulation. 3-3 to score. Susi. That shot banks in front of the North Stars goal. Stolen. Martin shoots. Blocked. And that's gobbled up. Off of a body. Lalenne, he has the tying goal, and that's out of play. 1:14 left, period 3, game by 3-3. So, if if we pass the next 74 seconds of no goal, we'll have a 10-minute sudden death OT. Still got 70 seconds to play. Shot. Terra on the save. Back out. Jacobs fires. Blocked. Back out in front. No one home for the Express. The Express got fortunate there. The North Stars turned it over. Pass from Jacobs up to Sullivan. Here in Sullivan. Express trying to force the issue. Sullivan back. Well in! Perron got a piece of it. 35 to go. Off the boards. It ricochets. Jacobs held it in. Jacobs slides it across. Cote Brune. Jacobs and it in. Back come the North Stars. 25 seconds to go. Thibodeau up the ice. And now it's Sullivan. Over the blue line. Here it's Sullivan. Fires! And Perrin got the stop. Michelin, let it go. Cote Brune. Alain. Saw it. We're going to overtime. We'll be right back. This baby's all tied 3-3. Next goal wins. All right. So because the Express picked up excessive penalty minutes, they got to start this period short-handed. Because of the excessive penalty minutes picked up, that's why the Express are killing a penalty to start this overtime. There was a game misconduct picked up by the Express in the fourth period, so we're in overtime. Score! Amount to the feeling of winning a game is sudden death overtime. I'd argue there's probably no greater pain in hockey than losing a game in overtime. When you lose in a shootout, it's almost like you lost in a glorified skills competition. But this is not the end of the road. Or is the news coming down that The end of an era is officially upon us, or it will be officially upon us next year, as Hockey Minor Hockey Association players will no longer be eligible to play for the first spot. However, before we get to that point, we still have games for the Express coming up in the 2026 Chevy Cup. Lenny Theo Rodriguez, 22 seconds into overtime with the wrist shot that finds the back of the net. Now that the regionals are over, it's time to focus on the Chevy Cup.